How does the future of filmmaking look, and which AI tool is the best?
In today's episode, it's actually the 5th episode. We're first time on location. So we're here in Lohro's office and super excited to talk in person and not virtually with FaceTime.
Let's go. I tried out different AI interfaces, and I think like Higgsfield is quite mostly for me the best tool to use. And inside there is like so many possibilities, and like almost every week you get a new feature, and for me it's a bit overwhelming to follow along.
Yeah, I get that.
But what I realized is that even the best produced AI films are not quite there that I believe that it's real. So like to produce like different small shots, it's possible to make it real, but to produce a whole film, it's not there where you think, okay, that looks real.
Yeah, and I think that's also what most people think is just one prompt and then the film comes out. And this is just not the case today, but maybe it will be in the future.
The AI tools are quite nice to help us, but what do you think is the future of filmmaking? AI mixed with real footage or only AI footage?
I don't think it's only AI footage, because the best example for me is still a wedding. You can't shoot a wedding with just AI. So you can't just capture one moment that was real. This is never going to be possible using AI. So this is something I would generally see like AI can't replace us in these parts. But the hugest thing I see actually like generating backgrounds or adding special effects for us as filmmakers and just do things that weren't possible before with a big budget, that needed a big budget, and now it just needs a small budget and a small crew, and you can produce a Hollywood level film.
Yeah, that's insane. I think also the special effects part is quite nice, and also it's really important that you take over, that you can control the AI. I think the biggest challenge is to control the AI exactly the way you want it to.
Absolutely.
That's one thing. And the other thing I think is the eyes. The eyes are quite hard to make, because if you look at some footage that is AI generated, the eyes look dead. They don't look real. And maybe in the future there's AI that can fix that, but I think the future is that a person acts in a room and you film them, and then it generates that video into AI. So you just...
it's a mix.
Yeah.
So it like the real person is for the AI to understand how it moves and how they look. So you think like AI generated person are not the future, or do you think...
I think AI generated person that is based on a real person acting. So that's like a motion capture thing.
But it's not a complete AI generated person.
Yeah, it could be completely AI generated, but the input of the video is based on a real life video.
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting approach on this. But something I feel like AI generated persons are sometimes looking like real person and like a mix of different person, because AI is just based on training data from humans.
Yeah.
So this was also something like when ChatGPT launched, everybody was like, wow, this is so scary, but also it can be useful at the time. But for me, it's like an only one assistant that just has every information that the humans ever created. It's just a combination of this, just like a big library. And you do have like one person that knows everything about this library, and it just searches what you want.
Yeah.
I think this is something,
That's crazy, yeah.
It's crazy, but also kind of like helps me to not be as scared of AI. But where it really thinks it's like super nice when it can control things, like Claude can go into your email and open up Photoshop and do different stuff, designing. I think this is really cool, but this is also the part where it can be a little bit scary and also replace our jobs. Like, for example, I don't need a graphic designer anymore to generate like a carousel post. Just use Claude for it, or I do it by my own. And this might be a killer for someone, but I still think AI design and AI is not there where it should be when it comes to like generating high quality very special images. It always looks too generic for me.
Yeah. And I see that point but something that you also have to realize is like with Claude and all the AI stuff, we're like in the top 1%. We're like using it every day. And when I talked with some friends that are not in the AI space, I realized crazy. I'm so much focused on this topic and everybody else doesn't get it yet. And we know which tools comes out. We use it every day. And I think that's a really valuable learning that we do at the moment.
Yeah.
To get to know the tools and how we can use them. And with time, the gap gets bigger and bigger from people who know AI and they don't know AI. And of course, it's not there at the moment, but it will get better and better. And in the future, you can do like 5 jobs as one person, or maybe even 100 jobs as one person.
That's cool.
And for this future, how do you prepare yourself to be on top of the curve when it comes to AI?
I would say I just try as many things as possible, do different things with Claude every single day, and GPT, the new GPT model, is also very interesting. But what I think feels very exhausting is that these AI companies always do a head-to-head race. So like every day it feels like this. Every day it launches a new model and there's something new. So you need to learn this. And this can feel a little bit frustrating for me to just be on the top and ahead of others. But it's also like nice. You just have an idea and you try different models and subscribe to this plan, and it can cost top up with the credits. And this is also where I think it's a huge problem, that the credits with AI, this doesn't work for a long time. Yeah. And also like the servers where AI is computing all the power. I think this is where they need to find a good solution. And that's where I feel like local models that run on your computer are the future of AI. Yeah. Models that can run on the latest MacBook. And I also have like the Ollama Gemma 4 model, and it's like 10 gigabytes on my computer, and it works perfectly fine. It's not as fast as ChatGPT, but for private stuff, and if you just want to use AI without any internet connection, it's really awesome. And that's where I see the future, kind of like a mixed, like local AIs on your computer that can control your computer and do different stuff. So there's also not a huge risk of your data. And then there's also like Claude, like the AIs that run on the cloud, and they can do like the heavy tasks for you. They can generate like images and just a combination of everything.
So you think like to set yourself up for the future and be prepared, it's important to get to know different AIs. And something that I also think maybe for the viewers is important is that you have a topic that you really love and that you also get to know everything without AI. For us, it's like filmmaking. And if you in the future can combine those things together, then it's really nice.
Superpower,
But the important thing is that you know a topic without AI. So you have all the knowledge, you know, okay, what's right, what's wrong. So you can tweak the AI to bring it to the next level or to be much faster.
That's where I actually see the biggest chance of like AI getting in our jobs. Like we do know what looks good with the AI videos, but people that are not filmmakers and have no clue about what they're doing, these AI videos will look generic, but we can fix it with like giving the AI the compositions, how we want it to look and which focal length it was shot on, like all those different informations. And we can control the image how we want it to be. And it's just awesome if you have a little bit of knowledge. And that's where I also see like the problem with vibe coding. For me, it's very fun to build different custom apps, but I don't have any clue about code. I just know what a HTML is and some different tags. So maybe you can fix something if it doesn't work, but I don't have any clue what this AI is doing on my computer. And this is where I see a risk, but also like a chance that everyone with an idea just can publish it and do it now.
Yeah.
This is really cool. Yeah.
So the most important skill in the future is to just have the idea that you want to do. And I'm actually at the moment in the process where I want to have some employees that help me, because doing social media and my film company takes a lot of time. And something that I realized is, like, in the last 2 years, AI helped me so much to be more productive, that I can do way more than 2 years ago. That I think if it changes the same way, maybe in future there's a possibility that I don't need employees, that like AI helps me so much in my daily process. So it's way easier for me to finish the task. But I personally, I know everything. I know how does the whole workflow look, and to introduce it to a co-worker takes a lot of time. But if you set up your own AI system, it knows you exactly it can help you. And in the future, maybe we talked about this, it's possible you just put in the SD cards, maybe from our episode.
Oh, nice.
We upload it on our computer, and then Claude, or I don't know which AI system, takes the footage, cuts the whole episode, makes reel out of that, and then we can focus on the thing that make fun. We can decide the style, we can decide which music, we can just prepare the funnel. And if AI can help us to make the stuff that's not so nice, like cutting an episode takes a lot of time. And
it's like, that's where I literally see the biggest chances of how useful it can be for us. Like, cutting a podcast is very time consuming, and it's not a fun task to do. And it's just something you do, just you take a cut where the audio ends, and it's not a creative cut. So it's just camera angles changing, just this stuff. And this is possible in DaVinci, like with the multicam setup. It analyzes who is talking, and then it automatically cuts the angle, but still the importing part, and then creating the reels, cropping it, exporting it. That's where I literally see the biggest chance of AI getting into our filmmaking stuff.
So now maybe in the future we can do like way more stuff with less time.
That would be awesome.
And we're going into this future. That's the nice thing. And for me still is I have to think about, is it valuable to have someone that helps me with my own stuff? Or do I wait for AI to catch up? And so it's an interesting phase that I'm in at the moment.
So what are your biggest learning from last episode to today's episode?
I think like the biggest learning that I had a big chat with Claude. I went on a walk for 4 hours. Then I spoke into ChatGPT, copied the text into Claude, and I asked it, give me an honest feedback how I can achieve my goal of winning an Oscar.
Wow.
I just told it, Claude, my current state, that I have a film company since 6 years, that I made some short films. We actually won some short film events. And now, it's time for the next step. And it was so interesting to have the feedback from Claude, because it's so honest. And also it was a bit harsh for me to read. Like, it told me in some areas, man, you're not there yet. You need to do some more stuff. And so the key takeaways that I got is that I need a mentor who actually won a film award, maybe here in Switzerland. And the nice thing is that I'm in the Swiss Film Association, so I know some people who have done really nice stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. And it also told me, if you want to have like, I just forgot the word, a mentor,
A mentor,
if you want to have a mentor, it's really important that you don't ask someone, hey, I want you to be my mentor. You just go to them with a question. Hey, I'm at the moment doing the short film. What is your honest feedback to that? And then you take the feedback and you just do it. And then you send them the final product. Hey, I just did your feedback. And then you ask them, hey, do you want to go to a coffee? Or
it's also a good strategy to make it free. So you don't need to pay anything.
Yes.
But but giving away free knowledge is so powerful.
Yes.
And then you can try these things and see if this really is a good mentor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Love that.
I'm also willing to pay
Yeah,
someone
sure.
for, but I think it's really important that someone who has the experience and have done it. And Claude told me there's like 2 phases how I can achieve the Oscar. The first phase is like moving on with my film company, getting better and better, and getting more into storytelling aspect, and also applying for a film foundation. And that's what we do. Like in 1 month, we apply for a film funding for our first feature film. That's a big part of that.
Nice.
So one part is like just the classical way with getting a mentor, and the other way is the social media way. That's the thing that I'm actually doing at the moment. So I'm building a personal brand, and maybe with time sponsor come in and they say, hey, we want to give you money for the film. Please show our product in your short film or
So
feature
awesome.
film. And that these 2 the different phase, and like everything I do, I need to be exactly sure, is this way 1 or way 2? Like, is it, which category does it go? And I had like some project or some things that I did that were like in between. So I need to really say, okay, for example, if I make a filmmaker group with filmmakers from all over the world, which phase does it go in? And if it's, and you just need to have more clearance. And
Like this podcast goes into personal branding and social media.
yes.
And then everything else. Yeah. I think this is a good thing that you don't do like things that are, let's say, unuseless. So you're not in the false direction you're getting in, and not wasting your energy and time on things that not pushing you to get to the goal you want.
Yeah. Because I always also talked with Claude about, hey, I'm so deep into Claude and then also many things. And I work with a lot of different companies, and I see they have so much potential to use Claude in their services or to optimize their workflow. But then Claude told me, hey, that neither brings you first or second way closer to an Oscar. Scrap this away. And now I have like built a whole plan to win an Oscar with action steps with Claude. So like I have now a plan for 1 year, which things I need to do. And the first thing is now searching for a mentor, one for filmmaking, but I also want to have a mentor for my personal branding. And I ask some different YouTubers, send them some emails, and I'm looking forward for the responses to.
So nice.
Yeah.
But do you have a visual way of that concept of that? Of that program you need to go through to win an Oscar?
I have like a Notion page.
Okay.
With like some clear action steps, like quarterly the to-dos for me to get closer to that goal.
I think it would be nice if you can make a poster out of this. Like a poster to hang on to your bedroom and just look every day at it. And you can remind yourself, because a vision board is something that's so powerful. And I also did this on my setup, and it's just reminding me where I want to go with my goals. But that's But I also need to try this, like the deep talk with Claude and telling it where I want to go. And then I need to get feedback. So this is always, it's really hard for me just to do the right things, because I really struggle at the moment with posting regularly on social media. And I think if there would be a system, or if Claude tells me, only post like this content because this is important as you need it, like this podcast. For me, this is awesome. So we can create reels out of this.
Yes.
And we just have a regular content we can shift on, and it's authentic, it's reliable, it's like, it's the best thing we can do for our personal branding. And that's something, I was like, because when I do this, talk this to myself and say like, man, I want to do talking head reels, I didn't make them. Just 2 or something. And with this podcast, we regularly sit down and speak together. It's a huge learning, and we made a big progress from like episode 1 to 5. It's so huge for me.
That's insane.
Got some nice learnings.
Yeah, I think that's a nice point. We can move on later with the part, how do you achieve the things that you actually want to achieve?
Yeah.
And just a short note, here in the background, you have like a wall. And the goal for the future is, I want to make this wall a big vision board. and like every poster should like have a mindset stuff on it or the plan. So it's like every day I see it here. That's the big plan.
So
That's how I
nice.
achieve the Oscar. And I think to achieve, now we can go to back to that topic.
Yeah.
How do you achieve the things that you actually want to achieve? Is the most important thing is that you have a plan. Like in school, the teacher told me for the big exams, he told me, guys, the most important thing is that you have a plan. If you have it just planned, 50% is done. So you have the time to look for all the different chapters and books. You have the time. And most of the time when I'm struggling to do the things that I want to do, it's because I don't have the clearness of what I need to do. And if I break them down, it's so easy. And there's also Claude or just any AI is so helpful. For example, I had to do a music video cut, and I was like, man, I'm really struggling. And just told Claude, hey, I need to cut this video. It's so much to do. I have this time and I need to be finished then. How should I go on? And it just made me a plan. And even though I followed the plan only 50%, it made it so much easier.
It's crazy.
So having a clear plan is an important thing. But the other thing I think that's also important is to set a challenge.
Yeah.
And for me, like the challenge to post daily is also something that is really stressful, but at the same time also fulfilling. And yesterday I was like, I went home and then, oh man, I need to cut a reel. And just in my bed, I cut the reel. Shortly before I fell asleep, I posted it. And yeah.
So nice. It turned out awesome. I saw it today. Yeah, I think that's a really nice thing, just to plan things ahead so you know what to do. And also something like a content planner would be awesome for me. I built one with Claude, but I never used it. So this is also something like things, custom apps I built, but I never used them. It's like very bad for me. But if I try to use it, because the plan Claude made me in this is like very awesome, like very strategic. And for me, I want to have like a personal branding hub that has like all different apps in it, like a thumbnail builder, a proposal craft, like all those different things I struggle with and waste a lot of time in, like a template. And then I can just do something very fast, quickly, and I have an overview and everything. And I built it this yesterday, still trying to wipe code this into more of a good direction. But I think if I'm gonna follow these plans, I'm gonna also follow, like, let's make small steps. Let's do 2 posts in a week. This would be very achievable if I have a clear plan. If I do just in the beginning of the month, plan this with Claude, then it's easy to do. Yeah. But right now I don't follow this at the moment, but my goal is to. And then it feels like, oh, I have an idea and it's great to post. Yeah. But this was also where it's like not regularly in posting. To have like 2 great ideas in a month, and then I thought, oh man, I need to post this, I need to make a post out of this, and it then turns out really awesome. But I think would be nice if I have one of these ideas, I just plan it into regularly and just do like stuff like carousel posts that I can post regularly without a big effort. And then have like a mix. The
thing that would help you the most is, from my perspective, is that you just say a challenge. Hey guys, on social media, I'm posting from now on 3 reels every week or 3 posts every week. And if I don't do it, I have to do X, Y. I have to do something.
Yeah.
And for me, like for my personal grow in life, it was always so nice if I just did a challenge. But I thought, okay, that's really ambitious for me, but I think it's possible. And then I told other people, hey guys, I'm actually doing this. And then other people hold you accountable and say, hey, looking forward for the next. And then you just become that person.
Was the same with your challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm still looking every day. Does Lohro post a reel? And then if I see one, I'm happy about it. I'm excited on this. And
also, the most, I see some people that they do challenges, and if you fail one day, maybe like there were some days where I just were cutting a reel and then I fell asleep while cutting the reel. And in the morning I woke up and then like, oh man, I just didn't made it. But then I told myself, I need to, this day I'll go on with the challenge. So one day of failure is okay, 2 day of failure is also okay, but you just need to just move on. And doing something for a long period is way better than doing something really fast. And you're now 17.
Yeah.
If you just do, for example, if you just post 3 reels for the next 10 years every week, imagine what possibilities will come. 10 years is such a fucking long time.
Yeah.
So what about you? Did you have some new learnings from last episode till now?
Well, I've tried different new AI models and come along with C-Tense 2.0 on Higgsfield.
Is this a video generation?
Yeah, it's a new video generation AI model that really understands movement and really understands characters, prompts. It's really awesome. It's a big step from the other models. And something also big learning for me and also big learning for you guys. And what most people think is like, AI is just one prompt and then you get the complete film. And this is just not the case, because the prompt at the moment, I think, is like half time the worth and the other half does the AI. And there's also something new, interesting about the new ChatGPT Image 2.0. And this one does a research before it generates the image. So if you, for example, tell it, generate me the world map, it will look at Google, at the world map and all different pictures in the internet. And then it will generate also the text readable without any mistakes. And then it just adds this to the image and has its own context.
And Nano Banana is not the same.
It doesn't really do that. I've had like huge problems with text. Like if you give it like the text input you want to see on image, then it's possible. But like researchers and doing infographics is way better. It's like, it's so awesome with GPT Image 2.0 right now. And there's, I also think like all these AI companies are head-to-head racing right now. There was Claude was the best at the moment, still is the best for me. But like 2 days ago, GPT 5.5 launched, and it's just like a copy of Claude. It uses way less credits, which is something really interesting for me. And it's literally as powerful as Claude. And I tried several different things. And that's where I also see like a huge potential. It's not only one AI model that is good. It's the combination of every AI model. It's like one AI model is perfect for coding. The other one is perfect for understanding context. And the other one is perfect for copywriting. And if you try to combine this and have like 2 plans, I right now have ChatGPT and Claude both have like the Plus and the Pro plan for $20 in a month. And this really helps me like to switch over when the usage limit of Claude hits again. I will just go ahead with ChatGPT. And so I can find out which AI model is the best for different tasks. And this really helps me just maybe also with the ChatGPT, I write the prompt for Claude. So I don't need as many credits to get where I want to have the result. And then I can get the perfect result with Claude. And I think the combination of AI model is really the future.
And what are some things that you made with those AIs that you think, wow, that's really nice that I can have now the possibility?
Yeah, I've built a proposal craft that has a local AI model on my computer. So it uses the Ollama Gemma 4 model. It runs locally on your MacBook. And then I've built with Claude, I've built a HTML file. And then I can just input the briefing of the client. And then it uses the local AI model and generates a PDF ready proposal. And I can just download this and send this directly to the client. And if something is not good, I edit this on the website. And this is something, it was so time consuming for me to write those proposals because I never had like a good template. But then I made a template in Adobe InDesign, but it feels like frustrating moving all things around and having no auto layout. And now this tool has an auto layout, so I can just put in the text, fills everything, designs it perfectly, download it, it's done.
And then you have a final offer for clients.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a nice thing.
And I can also click generate a, how's it called? Just to earn the money out of this. Maybe
yeah. I know after you get paid, you get the bill, yeah.
And then after, there's just another button I can press, and then it generates a bill out of this proposal. So I don't need to do anything. So this is so, that's where I see the future. Like everyone who has a good idea and wants to maximize his productivity can build it now with AI.
That's crazy.
So I love this. Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Absolutely. Yeah, maybe have you tried like building a custom app, or do you have any goals of doing this?
Yeah, like at the moment, actually, I'm in the process of building something similar as you did.
Nice.
As you know, I have the second brain where I put all my film ideas or just some new learnings. I put everything in my second brain.
Yeah.
And now I built a pitch deck creator.
Wow.
So in the end, it should work like this. Hey, search for 10 companies close to me and go through my second brain, look at my film ideas and see which film idea matches with which company.
Wow.
Then go into Shot. Shot is a website where you can take stills from movies. Go through the list of picture, create a pitch deck, like with the film concept in it, show who we are as a film company, prepare an email, prepare the PDF.
Wow.
And so in the end, it should like me just putting in one prompt, hey, send 10 proposal for companies. Then I have 10 PDFs, 10 text ready to send to companies.
It's so good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And does it work at the moment, or is it like still?
At the moment, it works.
Yeah.
But I'm working on my branding, like all the colors. I'm just refining that a bit, so that's why it's not finished. But when I'm finished with my branding, the colors, at the moment it works. So
good,
but not exactly in the font that I want to have.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing that I do, and the other thing that I do is like I want to have an overall personal branding view, or
also
like my film company
trying to do this.
My personal branding, my other communities that I have, they should all have like a similar feeling of text, fonts, colors, should all be like one big picture that matches together. So that's a big part I'm working on at the moment. And these are the two things that are actually working for me. And as you know, I have like the Instagram slide generator.
Oh, nice. Maybe you can tell this to our viewers.
Yeah. So I have like an Instagram generator where I read the book story and I put in the PDF into Claude. So every time I say, hey, I just read something really interesting about this topic, generate me an Instagram slide. It reads the whole book, searches from some pictures in my shot deck gallery, like all the pictures that I downloaded from movie stills, and makes a really nice Instagram post, all with like one prompt. And then I just read through the text. And then most of the time I need 2 to 3 iteration of me just giving feedback to it. And the nice thing for me personally is I don't have people close to me who also read the book story. And in this way, I can just talk with Claude about, hey, how can I put these learnings that I got from the book into words that someone else can understand it.
Yeah.
And I can back and forth with Claude. And sometimes Claude says it in a way that I think, oh, maybe this is an interesting way. And I understand it deeper myself. A lot of people told me, oh man, you make Instagram posts with Claude, so in this way you don't learn it. But for me, the opposite is true. If I do it with Claude, I deeply understand it better because it's like a ping pong back and forward. And if I don't have a human, I just take AI. It helps me.
I feel the same. That's also something I'm trying to build for our next Shot podcast. So I've built a template where I just So every single time if we record a podcast, guys, we try to do automatic subtitles in DaVinci and then importing them into Claude. And then Claude knows the complete context we were talking about. And then I just tell it, hey, generate me 3 ideas out of this podcast for a viral Instagram carousel. And then it actually uses our context in those carousels and not just tries to do something by his own. So this really puts it in our words and maybe sometimes refines it a little bit. But in the end, it's like what we said, what our context, what our learning was, what we want to share with you guys. And this is just something that's absolutely awesome where I'm trying to implement AI in our workflow.
Yeah. And the nice thing is, like after this podcast, we have like a meetup with different people who do also social media, filmmaking. And then we exchange about Claude or just general about, the newest learnings that we have, like a podcast, but in real life. And really looking forward to this, to chat with other people. And all the learnings that we have later with the people, you will see in the next episode of our Next Shot podcast. Maybe that's a good ending. Make a lot of challenges. And our challenge for you is to follow all the different accounts.
Man.
Okay, let's finish.